Ready?
Yeah. Well, maybe we do need that other light.
It'll be all right.
All right.
Namaste, beloved ones, and welcome, welcome, welcome
to our living room. And we are sincerely delighted to be here with you this evening. And we invite you to maybe grab your beverage and settle into your living room and receive the gift of clarity.
You know, clarity, as we shared with you this morning, arises from that fifth dimensional energy of the compassion and the trust and our furry friends.
And Bodhi wants to say hello. This is our French bulldog. Go ahead.
And so, beloved ones, we trust that you have had a beautiful day rich with discernments and experiences and conscious engagement.
Indeed. And let us first bring our hands to our heart tonight, because here we are in the energy of the very first of 12 alchemical transformation full moons. Wow. So we want to share this with you because it's so extraordinary and so right now and so beautiful that here we are. Here we are in January 2023. Now, as you can see, this is page 21 of the Mastery Planner, which is available now. Please go to ShriAndKara.com, get one. Your donation goes right to help Global Minga. And this is 33 pages of support for the entire year. Now, I want you to look at today. And the reason we're including this is because this is the first, and I chose specifically the symbol of the 5-pointed star. And if you look within that symbol of 5-pointed star, you're also going to see the pyramid with the eye, the ignition of the 2023. Remember, this is the first spiral of those 3 spiral energies that are actually holding together the conscious awakening. And as you gaze at today, you notice that it's happening from just outside the realms of this experience of density, meaning that this first alchemical full moon is all about you anchoring you. And prayerfully, you're on our newsletter list because I believe only about a half an hour ago, this afternoon, we had a very powerful ensoulment come in. And if you're on our newsletter, you received that. And if you're joining us Monday night, we're going to actually start diving into that. So breathe in this alchemical full moon, because what you were also seeing there on that calendar is that in the clarity of this moon, in the beauty of this full moon experience, we are balancing and buffering. And I'm going to put up the calendar again, just one quick moment for you, because it's important with the revelations for you all to see this tonight. Look at the 13th, the 12th and the 13th. And you notice the 12th is happening more in the eye experience of this world. Well, that 12th is when the Mercury retrograde officially completes itself. We'll still have some post afterward, but that's when it completes. But the 13th mirrors today. And what is that graphic on the 13th? Well, what that is, and you want to get the planner to know more, is the Mars effect of 2023. And I think it's quite profound that the first Mars effect today, in that moment of we are the bridge, we are this full moon, this first alchemical full moon is opening so that exactly 1 week tonight, clarity, in that moment of clarity, that Mars effect is going to amplify the Jupiter from 2022, and it's a whole new ball game. So the clarity in this moment is you saying yes to your expanded presence. So if you bring your hand to your heart and you really give yourself the gift of receiving the blessing of this moment, I want to show you today's revelation. You ready? Okay, so if you were with us yesterday, just to preface, because I really do want to preface that, the last time Shri and I really did 7 days was in Uruguay.
Mm-hmm.
And we were very blessed to have the beautiful estancia in Uruguay. We had a beautiful community living with us there as well. And we all decided that we would do 7 days of deep meditation because the Violet Ray Shiva had just arrived from India and we wanted to really consecrate that. And it was during those 7 days that Shri and I began a journey that was extraordinary. And when Shiva eyes and the power of Shiva eyes and how that begins all came forward. Well, in this journey, and I think it was very similar in that one, it was on day 5 when the revelations really started showing themselves. And so it was yesterday that we showed you the first, and today we're going to show you the second. So this is today's revelation, and it is 100% based upon yesterday. If you gaze at that, you'll notice what's different tonight. You see the word clarity with the full moon rising. And you also notice this completion energy, and floating over there by the word truth and presence. I want to run you through again, in the clarity of the crystalline energy that's pouring through, what is available for you this week. The energies that have presenting every day have been matching the chakras of form, most certainly, and how beautiful that they're lifting up. Remember, it's about lifting up. And they have also been showing how you can facilitate that return to essence through the embodiment of your ascended beingness. And this is what so beautifully came out yesterday. And what you're gazing at in that beautiful Kailash experience is your divine galactic blueprint. And in just a moment, Shri is going to offer you some clarity, because what's happening right now is anchoring as many of you that want. And if you look to the left again at the witnesser, right, you remember that, the witness, as if you look at the third down at the bottom, you can't see the word witness, but what that's sharing with you is that in the third dimension, the first way we begin to lift is when we become aware of something outside of me. And that's that third dimensional witness, which is often called the now moment. It brings you into presence. But we can lift to be the witnesser of that moment. And that is upon you right now, not only to know, but to anchor. Because from that, you notice that in that fifth dimensional experience, you're spreading your wings, you're lifting up, you're the witnesser. And in many respects, it's very simple to do. But you notice that to go into the seventh dimension, and you see the strongest presence in this, the seventh dimension is the relaxation of the judgment through the clarity of the truth when we begin witnessing the witnesser again. And that's what today is offering, a seventh dimensional bump. So as you gaze at this Merkaba, let's remember how it was built. We began on day 1 by bringing in our presence. And then on day 2, that beautiful foundation of presence met with resonance. And as that foundation was birthed on day 3, it opened into radiance. And you can see that's when the chalice energy started coming forward, because from the radiance, we bow into gratitude. And on day 4, the chalice began to emerge, and it first anchored up with our truth. And today it is called forward our clarity, sealing in the gratitude and lifting all in preparation for the next step tomorrow. So I want you to breathe that in, because there's going to be one more and you'll receive it tomorrow. We have one more way to go yet. And as you're breathing this up in your clarity, and as we pray you were with us this morning, learning and practicing all day with your star consciousness, I think Shri would like to share with you a little bit about the ignition of your fifth dimensional presence through the divine galactic blueprint. And so let's bring our hands to our heart. And Shri, I'm going to let you.
Yeah. So as we take a breath right now, just letting that come in, whether your beautiful sharing and all of the information from the calendar and this time we're in, that's indeed information that with your clarity will start to become applied spiritual knowing.
Yeah.
I want to take you to the Divine Galactic Blueprint for a moment, and let's take a peek here. So the Divine Galactic Blueprint is the ascended chakra system. And the drawing on the left shows you that your ascended chakra system begins at the heart center.
right?
That's the foundation. That's where you see the interlocking infinity symbols. And that creates a whole wave of presence, a whole wave of beingness that is the stability for the ascended state.
Now, I want to point out to you, as you're looking at the big divine galactic blueprint in the clarity, in the energy of the heart, notice arising out of the heart center. You see that beautiful cocoon of heart energy, and you see how it goes right up into those 2 points of that beautiful violet pyramid. That's what Shri's talking about. It's the ascended heart energy that sustains that portal of the 5th dimension.
And that 5th dimensional energy is indeed the zone of clarity. And it can only be entered when the heart is at peace and compassion for all, including yourself, is radiating. Then we lift into the zone of clarity, where our actions are for the greater good, where our perceptions are able to really receive beauty and gratitude. And we are living in that ascended space while still in a body. However, there's more to go. There's more revelation. There's more self-ascension to experience. And on the right is an enlargement of that section showing the human head. And you'll see the interlocking figure 8s there, that foundational space. Right there at the traditional 6th chakra. However, this is referred to as the exploded crown chakra, the expanded truth of your divine connection. It's also kind of referred to with a smile as the helmet.
Well, and you might also recall many of the energies, especially in the unified representation of Egypt, in the represented energy of Upper and Lower Egypt. This is very much like the same energy being captured.
Yeah.
And so this evening, we want to help you ignite that energy. And that's why the visual is so important and the continued experience.
And so as we practice star consciousness this morning, it's important to allow yourself to have the experience which leads to the remembering of the truth of your divine nature.
Exactly.
And that the star consciousness is indeed, it's a beam of light. It's a connection with your soul's essence that enables one to be more available to spiritual truth and the peace that is unaffected by the polarity.
Exactly.
Consider how everyone talks about, 3D, it's all duality. Well, yes, duality and positionality. And as we lift, we come to a place where we are at peace with, or we are unaffected by all of those dances. And that is the place where the greatest clarity can emerge, because no longer is our clarity colored by a positionality.
Breathe that in. So I'm going to invite you to have fun with us for a moment. And I want you to, if you have long hair like me, kind of put it behind your ears, right? Because many of you know in June, Shri and I have been very, very blessed that we have been granted extraordinary access to the Great Pyramid. And this energy of the exploded or expanded crown was a blessing from the archangelic realms, and you can feel it right now. And you've been preparing all day. So all day long this morning, Shri taught you, right? You've been working with star consciousness. If you don't know what we're talking about, go watch this morning's video right there at YouTube, official Shri and Kira, watch it. And noticing that harmony, noticing this clarity, I want you to go ahead and right here, where the palm and the wrist meet right there, I want you to go ahead and right at the top of the ears, rest that. I know it's going to look so silly, right? Rest that on both sides, and then feeling out to the energy of the middle finger, right? So like that, from here to here, right? From your third eye all the way out. Try to hold it out as far as you can, right? And I'm going to put up that graphic again so you can remind yourself. You feel your star consciousness filling, and then from your middle finger, right, you go up, right? That in the pharaonic energies of Egypt, this is why when you work with Egyptian healing rods, now you're gazing at it. So where I was putting my hands, where those, I'm going to do it, you can see us in frame. So where my fingertips, where your middle fingertips would be, are those outer two. That's where that energy is literally being, and that is the violet ray energy. This is why the violet flame is so powerful in this potentiality, because in order to sustain that frequency, all of that is that violet energy. The gift is that right now in this moment, it's open for you. Do you feel it? Feel it. Just feel that filling with violet energy. Feel that beautiful energy. Start to remember your skull in a very beautiful, shapely experience. Notice your fingers might be feeling longer. Notice your spine might be standing up straighter. Notice your eyes may be seeing so much more. In this moment, the clarity before you is the remembrance of your divine mastery, presence, and the eternal nature. The knowing, I am as you are. The golden ray is the next experience. And the clarity of today is your blessing to receive.
So today, as we come to a close, we invite you to breathe into your heart center. Perhaps take another breath to fully bring your presence, your attention here. And then from that foundation of ascended love, lift up into your star consciousness, roughly the center of your forehead, and feel that energy. You may see a symbol, and it's different with each being. There may be a symbol or a shape or a flow. Feel that energy. And as you practice that, you'll practice the expanded crown energy, which is the essential energy of your ascended presence in that connectivity between heaven and earth, to be in the world, but not of the world. This is the clarity of ascended consciousness. Practice and delight in your experience and your revelations.
You are. And it is a beautiful moment. We love you with all our heart and look forward to being with you again tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern Time.